Date sheets are out and November had came. Now you are left with 3 months only, that is November, December and January. And you are anxious about your board examinations. You had targeted 95 plus percentage and hadn't studied yet. Your syllabus hadn't completed and now you are really very worried. You don't know how to study, you don't know what things which you need to do to score that much marks. So you have reached into right video. Hi everyone, I am Ayushi, currently in class 11. Score 91.2 percentage in my class 1 board examinations, and I have scored this percentage only in my last 3 months, because when I gave my pre-board examination I recognized that the things I was studying was not in a right manner and I didn't score good marks in my pre-boards, and then I realized that I am lagging behind, and then only I started studying. So trust me, this last 3 months are the game changing, and you can change the whole thing if you hadn't studied till now. So let's quickly start the video. In this video we will discuss all the necessary things, the strategy, the 3 months roadmap which you need. So firstly, make a target. Now what I mean by this, that you know yes you want to score well, but how much you don't know now. So make a clear target, that if you had manifested 95 plus percentage, then it must be that ki your goal is clear. I have to score 95 percentage. Now for that I have to study whole day and night. I will make it very clear and paste that particular list in front of your study table or the place where you studies. This will motivate you to study. And remember one thing, motivation is temporary but discipline is permanent. You have to inculcate the habit of discipline in yourself, which is the only key to be successful. If you will be disciplined, if you have the discipline, you will able to score, because this is the only thing which is needed in higher classes, that is in 11th and 12th. There you will realize that the syllabus of class 10th is very less, and in higher classes you will see that only one chapter consists the whole bio ki book of class 10th, and this is the so true thing. So let's quickly start. Firstly, make your target, make it very clear for yourself. Second is, once your target is done, once you know how much to score, then we will move forward the things which you need to do. So now take your all the books and recognize your syllabus. Now what I mean by this, take your diary or like any paper where you have to divide it in 3 parts. Firstly, completed, second is partially completed, and third is not yet. Now in the list of that completed wala portion, now you have to make this particular list of each and every subject. In the list of that completed wala portion, you will make a list of the chapter which you had completed. Like since March or April your session had started, and till now means November, it is not the thing that you hadn't studied anything. If you are serious, you had studied something or maybe distracted due to any reason, but maybe there would be 2 to 3 chapters that you had done. So make a list of that particular chapter, that yes, these chapters are clear, and if any questions of this chapter will came in my exam, I will be able to do them very properly. You had completed the PYQs of that chapter, you have had enough practice of that chapters, so put it in the list of completed. And now you are left with the 2 portion, that is partially completed and that is not yet. And in partially completed you will write those chapters which you had studied but you don't have enough idea and you were unable to solve their question. That is, it may be electricity, that your chapter is clear, your concepts are clear, but you are unable to solve the numerical, so that may be in that portion. Now, and not yet wala portion will cover all the chapters, about them you have no idea and you hadn't studied till now. Now what you have to do is try to complete that partially completed wala portion as soon as possible, because once you will complete this thing, you will move forward towards that not yet. Now make a target to complete till 15th November if this portion is less, or if it is more, then try to complete it till end of November, because you can't invest much time in that portion. Okay, after that you have to move forward towards that not yet wala portion. Then you have to focus on it, because it is the main thing, that there are, how long are chapter, you will realize that there are many chapters which you hadn't studied yet and you didn't had any idea about the chapters, and it will only increase your motivation to study. Because once you will write your syllabus, you will realize ki, oh my god, there are a lot of chapters. Like overall the syllabus, there are 12 or 13 or maybe till 24-25 chapters you hadn't studied. This will increase your motivation to study and you will able to study. Now the chapters which you had completed, you have to focus on its revision, and revision is very important thing. Now how you have to do the revision, I had already told about this particular thing in my last video, that is blunders to avoid in class 10th. So you can go and watch that video. I will also put that video in my description box. Okay, so these three things are done. Now how you have to study the chapters which are not yet completed. So firstly, go for a one-shot lecture. Now what I mean by this, go for any lecture which are available there in the YouTube, or you maybe study from your any school teacher. Go for the lecture, watch it with full concentration, invest your time. Now don't go for long length lecture right now, because you don't have time. There are a lot of chapters which you hadn't studied yet and you left with 3 months only. If you invest them properly, then 3 months are more than enough. But if you waste these 3 months, then you have like very less time. So invest this properly. Use lectures, that is one shot videos. After watching this, you have to read NCERT. See, reading NCERT is must. Now there are a lot of people who will say the last stage had came and you don't have time to read NCERT, but trust me, don't do anything but read NCERT, especially for theory subjects, because the questions from NCERT directly come in SST. If you will see, then the statements of your NCERT book came into your examination, like they make questions from that text only which is written in your textbook. So please go for NCERT for theoretical subjects, read it very properly. And for biology also, just read it. Like I'm telling about all the theory subjects, just go and read the NCERT. Complete the lecture, watch it properly, read the NCERT and make the notes. Now how will you make notes? You can make notes from the PPTs of that one shot lecture, or when you are reading NCERT, you can put key points from NCERT into your notes. It will make your notes very effective to study. Once your lecture is completed, once you had and read the NCERT very properly, once you had made the notes, now go for the question practice. Question practice is a must do thing. Without practicing question, you can't score well, because in your board examination there will be questions. I had already discussed about this thing. What you need to do is practice question. You can practice question directly from NCERT and then go for PYQs once your syllabus is completed, once your syllabus is done. Now firstly we will talk about ki till when you have to complete your syllabus. So yes, there is no date to complete your syllabus, but as soon as possible try to complete it. It may be till the 31st of December or maybe till 15th Jan. Please complete your syllabus. Like if I tell about myself, that my syllabus was completed on 15th Jan. Yes, it was too late, but it's okay. I was able to manage then only, because I had my pre-boards in November and in January it was continuously and I hadn't able to complete my syllabus. So yes, I had completed my syllabus then only. Now complete your syllabus. Once your syllabus is completed, once your things are done, move towards sample papers and PYQ. CBSE is changing their syllabus again and again. CBSE is changing the pattern of examination again and again. It has included the competency wale questions more and more in itself. So go for sample papers, then you will be able to see how the question paper is coming, and go for the competency questions, because if you didn't practice any kind of competency question and you saw them for the very first time in your question paper, you will not be able to do them. You will not be able to solve the competency based question, because they are quite tricky. So for that your conceptual clarity is necessary. Go for that, practice questions, and after doing sample paper go for PYQ. Now I'm giving here a pro tip. When you are doing your sample paper or PYQ, put a timer of 3 hours and try to complete your whole paper in that duration, or you can try to complete this in 2.5 hours, because time is so less. When you will go for your board examination, when you will give your examination paper, you will see that 3 hours had passed in just a second, like blink of your eye, and your paper had not completed. If you hadn't practiced enough here in the home, then you will really face this issue. So please practice question with timer. One thing is that Ritik sir of PW told us in our class 10 that when you are solving your sample paper or PYQs, what you have to do is you have to do the sample paper in the duration of time while you will going to give your board examination. It means what? That your board examination will be from 10:30 to 1:30. So you have to solve the sample paper in that same duration only, because this will only help you, because this will maintain the flow, and you will train your mind from the, maybe your syllabus had completed on 15th Jan, and from 15th Jan to 31st Jan you are solving sample papers, and daily then you are solving that sample paper from 10:30 to 1:30. This will increase the productivity of your mind and train your mind to work every day and put efforts every day on the same time, and in the board examination you will not feel lazy, you will not feel like not doing, and you will be on your full concentration mode in that particular time period. So just do the sample paper in that time only, and try to complete a sample paper in only 2.5 hours. And time management is must for doing paper. Presentation tips are also necessary, and I will gonna make a separate video for all the things which you need to know or must be kept in your mind while you are solving a sample paper or PYQs. So that's it for today's video. Thank you.